Well, another day at the shop. I don't think I'm ever going to leave this place. Holy. But anyway, so, yesterday we rebuilt the engine. As you can tell, the engine is now sitting in the chassis. Took a little bit last night. Me and a buddy of mine were working on it. And man, this thing was not easy to get into this little tiny of a space. You would think it is. You know, but it sure as hell isn't. Sorry about that. Yeah, trying to get these brackets lined up with the motor mounts sucked. It took me and another guy last night trying to... It's a good thing I had him with me just to try and figure what the hell is going on. Because it was a mess just to try and get the brackets. It's like you get this bracket here, the rubber mount, then you get that to line up. And then you get this guy in there. It is not easy to line up this bracket to get it aligned with this bracket. So that was the hardest part. The most simplest bracket was the top one. That just went on like butter. So that's pretty good. I got that all in. So that's pretty much it. Today I'm going to be doing most of the wiring on it. Getting the carburetor on, getting the cables run, getting the solenoid change out, putting the grounds on, all kinds of stuff like that. So that'll be today's project. I don't know if we're going to fire it up or not. I was thinking about it, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if I fire it up. I'm still missing a spark plug. That's reason one. Two, I still am waiting on some other parts for the oil tank. I have an oil filter coming for it. And I really don't want to have to drain out half the fluids because I don't want to crimp this hose. It's kind of old. Probably could be replaced, but I'm not going to replace it. So obviously there's still some stuff here I gotta do. So no guarantees we're going to fire it up today as much as I'd like to. I think we're just going to go ahead and, you know, do what we can without the parts. And then we'll take it from there. So, but tomorrow we're going to be taking a scrap run. I'd like to bring you guys along with me, but, you know, friggin' the last mower ran over the GoPro. So, yeah, we're going to figure that out. You know, so yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do a scrap run, get rid of some of that, maybe do a little bit of work on this. Actually, you know what, I'm not even going to be able to because I still don't have the parts. Parts will be in tomorrow though for it, tomorrow night. Maybe what I'll do is I'll bring my Husqvarna in here tomorrow and I'll put the deck on. I got the new blades in, you guys saw that the other day, I got the Gator blades. So, I'll put the new blades on, put a new battery in the tractor, fix the safety foot solenoid thing, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's about it. That'll be tomorrow's thing. So tomorrow we'll be working on my Husqvarna zero turn. Not the zero turn. I sold that. The Husqvarna lawn tractor, my big one, my good boy. So, and then following day we're working on that, and I guess that'll be it. That'll probably be this week's whole project. Is the Toro zero turn, trying to get it to go, because we get this motor we're still gonna build. Still waiting on the choke cables and all that good stuff for it. Probably should have put a towel on there because I got some gold sparkly paint in there. Yeah, whatever, not that big of a deal. It'll come right out with a little bit of gas and carb cleaner. But that's what we got going on today, guys. Just trying to get everything all plumbed up, I guess we can call it, or wired in. Should be a fun day. Haha, not. Alright, well it's now like 1:20 or something ridiculous like that. And it actually just clicked into my head that I haven't uploaded yesterday's video. Oops. Well, I guess I'll be uploading that any minute now once I'm done with this. Whoopsie. But here's what I've got going on. A few things, or just one thing actually. I'm kind of sort of trying to still figure out maybe when you guys can help me out. Two of the wires are cut here. I'm not quite sure. I know where this white one goes to. This one connects onto this. This was cut like that. Boom. But I'm not sure really where this red wire goes to. So maybe one of you guys can help me. It's just a red cut wire. I'm imagining that it still goes to the solenoid, whether it goes to the straight up power or if it's going to the power to the starter. So I'm a little bit concerned on that. Just trying to figure out what this exactly goes to. Maybe one of you guys can help me. I know where the white and red one goes to. It gets connected to this guy. and go boop like that. But the red one, no clue in the world. I also solved yesterday's mystery of what exactly goes in there. It actually was the cable that comes off the carburetor that controls the pumpage, so I figured that out pretty good. I got the coolant hoses run. They're not connected, like they're not clamped on, but I got them run. I figured that out pretty easily. It's pretty easy to just show it on this side. That one there just gets snaked under there, and then up and around and up. And then you get the top one to the head, and that one just gets connected up like that. So that's pretty basic. You know, so far the only problem that I've run into is just that one wire. What I'm going to figure that out with. Got most of the wires up here all figured out. I noticed there is this one cut brown wire, but that's no big deal. It just gets connected to that. This, I would imagine, is for the headlight. 2 wires, basic, pretty much. Same deal. I wasn't able to find a coolant. This is for the coolant, or the temperature gauge. That is missing, so I couldn't even order one of those up. They don't even make it anymore, so that sucks. But whatever, hopefully the light bulb works. So I don't think we're going to get it running today. I was thinking about it, but I'm still missing quite a few parts. So maybe next weekend we'll get it running, you know. But I got the carburetor all mounted up. I took a look at the inside of it just to check sure, make sure I didn't have to rip it all apart. Carburetor seemed fine. There was actually still gas in it, so that's a good sign. I'd imagine it would be, because if the guy told me that it was running on the last snowstorm, then it should be still good there. However, I did notice this when I was power washing everything up in here. It cleaned up the bushings and everything, and I couldn't quite figure out what this is. This piece here just kind of sort of like dangles there. I don't really know. It might supposed to be like that. Maybe it's supposed to be like that for once I put the transmission on. So I'm thinking that's possibly how it's supposed to be. But I've been wondering about that, so I don't know. Hopefully the transmission just slips and slides right in there, because I've already got the engine in here. It's not like I'm hoping that the transmission wasn't supposed to go in before the engine. Because if so, then that's just going to completely cock everything over, you know. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. That's kind of starting to concern me, you know. The engine was out before the transmission, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's pretty close in there, I'll tell you that. Just gonna suck if that's gonna happen, because I have to pull out the engine, pull out the stupid ass mounts. Oh, what a mess that will be. Hopefully, I don't think it would be like that. It'd be kind of ridiculous if they designed it like that. So, but I figured what I'm gonna do is, once I get the bike all up and running, driving and stuff like that, I will come in the rear eventually and change out the sprocket. I have the new sprocket over there. I'm going to do everything at once in the rear, other than the brakes. The brakes I'm going to do right away when I get them. I'll change out the sprocket, change out the bearings, change out the bearing seals, all in one shot, instead of just replacing the sprocket right now and then coming back and doing the bearings. It just doesn't make sense to do all that. So that'll be done at a later date. I mean, not bad, but I'd like to see them get done anyway. Not that big of a deal. But this frame's pretty straight. Sometimes they're a little bit tweaked or whatever, but it's dead on straight, which is pretty good. So, but anyway, I'm off to gonna go upload the video, and then I'm off to Walmart. I'm gonna go pick up 3 batteries. 1 battery for this thing, 1 battery for that, and then 1 battery for my Husqvarna outside. So I'm off going to do that. Maybe pick up some more 2-stroke oil, because the 2-stroke oil I got the other day there is just wicked expensive. Like, this shit here was like $5. I don't even know. It was like that. Let's see. I got the slip right here. Oh, that's not the slip. Never mind. Oh, that freaking sucks. But yeah, and I still got, like, what is this, like a 3-gallon little tank? Probably fits like, maybe, no, it's not 3 gallons. Probably like a 1-gallon tank. and that's 1 quart, and I think it's like 3 quarts or 4 quarts equal a gallon. So yeah, need some more. So it's looking pretty good, coming along. Just taking my time on it. Still trying to figure some stuff out here and there, you know. You don't find too many people building their own quads instead of just going on Craigslist and just buying a quad that's already running. So, I'm doing pretty good though without a manual too. You know, Google Images helps out quite a bit. So, yeah. Alright, so it's starting to look pretty good here. I get the gas tank on. I think I showed you guys the carburetor. The coolant overflow bottle along with like a, I don't know, must be like a clutch air intake, I guess. I'm not really sure. Get that on. Fix some of the wires. So yeah, I'm having a little problem up here. There's got to be something missing. I'll show you. Maybe one of you guys again can help me out with this one. I'm stumped on 2 things still, and one of them is this. If you look right here, usually you get your connector here. This would screw into the box. Well, it's not screwing into the box. I'm not sure really what the deal is. It seems like there's something missing. Like it should still have like the thread piece there, because it seemed awfully thin to screw right into there. But I don't know. Something is just not right. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm not really sure. Usually it should be something that just threads in up and into there. And it's not there. So something's obviously missing. And this box, there's one on eBay for like $149 or something ridiculous. And there's one on the Polaris dealership there for $98. And that's just a complete ripoff. So something's obviously not right. You know, I mean, I could ride it like this, but the problem is right now is because there's so much tension on this piece that's sticking out so much that it's cracking the throttle about, I don't know, maybe about quarter throttle, maybe a little bit less. So something's obviously going to happen there. Maybe I can figure something out to where I can just drill out the hole a little more and clean up the inside of this, and then just screw like a nut or a washer, you know, nut and a washer on it. You know, maybe, kind of, unless I'm missing some kind of part there. I think there's got to be something else missing. So it didn't show it in the description, but I'm sure there's something up there. So yeah, tank's on, as you can tell. That bulged up pretty easily. Spliced up this guy here. Actually just gotta connect up. What the frig? Son of a bitch, now that broke. Check that out. Huh, no kidding. Goes to show you how cheap this thing is. Looks like this guy here snapped off of that. That's awesome. So I guess I gotta resplice another line in. See, I fixed this one. This is the red one I put on, but the factory one that just came with my new solenoid broke. Check that out. What a ripoff. Guess I'll have to redo that. That's kind of ridiculous. But still have no clue what this red wire is. I looked on a few more forums and couldn't find anything. So obviously, right now I'm just, the 2 things I know I'm not going to be able to figure out is this red one, this red wire, and that throttle up there. But other than that, I've figured just about 90% of this thing out. You know, obviously this goes down to the transmission. This is the overdrive. So yeah, but everything's looking pretty good. Got this coolant hose finally secured. What else? Fuel inlet line. I'm still waiting for the piece that goes right there that, you know, you can turn. Fuel filters will be in this week with the order and a bunch of other stuff. I actually noticed quite a few stuff I can actually take off the list, but I got to add a few things. One of the things I'm going to add is probably the ball joint for, actually this side. The lower ball joint I'm going to do. There is one piece in particular I need, and I don't remember what it was. That's stupid me, I should have wrote it down. You know, just one of those things. But I'm having a problem here. Like, I'm gonna see what you guys think. All around me is like boating stuff because we have like a lot of boats. Well, we have a lot of rivers and stuff near us that people go boating. But no one really around here sells ATV and stuff like that oil. So I was wondering if I could put marine 2-cycle engine oil in my ATV. You know, 2-cycle engine oil is the same thing, but I'm wondering if it's alright. So maybe one of you guys might know. Would it be safe for me to put marine 2-cycle engine oil in my ATV? You know, I would imagine it would be. I mean, 2-cycle oil is 2-cycle oil. It's just that the marine stuff, if I do recall, it's just got something that resists the water a little more. So I would imagine it would work. And if I can do that, it'd be so much cheaper than buying one of these, you know. So maybe one of you guys might already be doing that. I don't know. Let me know. Because this is a 2-stroke. It's not a 4-stroke. I don't like 4-strokes. I like 4-stroke lawnmowers, but not 4-stroke friggin' all-terrain vehicles. Unless it's an Arctic Wildcat. Hell yeah. Thing's fucking kick-ass. I wish I had the money to go buy one of those. But that's where we're at. I think I'm going to end the video here, though. I straightened out some of my parts, just trying to figure out a few stuff here and there. This airbox gets mounted pretty funny, I tell you that. Oh, I just remembered that. I don't know what that part was. It was the clamp to that guy in there. Oh. Yeah, nope. I still need that clamp. I need the clamp for in there. But this airbox gets mounted pretty funny. It sits in like this. You know, obviously it goes in a little better and the carbureted boot gets on like that, but it gets angled like that. It's like, holy. You know, that's pretty different. Figured out a few stuff here with the clutch covers and stuff like that. Figured out where some of the screws and bolts go to. So that's pretty good. Not really sure what that bolt goes to. Doesn't go to the clutch, I don't think. Nope, couldn't be. Unless it fits on the end of over here. Oh, maybe. Oh, look at that. That's where that goes. That's a clutch one. Well, what do you know? Well, would you just look at that? Another thing I can mark off the thing because I ordered one of those. It was like $5 for that one bolt. You know? I mean, I think I'm doing pretty good, guys, considering that I've never ripped apart or even... Usually when you rip apart a quad, you can put it right back together pretty easily. You know, but only I'm doing it complete opposite. I'm building the quad, and I've never even built a quad before. I worked on them. You know, the most I've ever really done on an ATV is, well, I've only really done chains, brake pads, carburetor, and tie rod adjustment, I'd say. That's about it. So this is the most I've ever done on an ATV. Oh, and a recoil once, but that's nothing. So... It's not too bad though. I'm figuring things out, you know, it's just a big boy puzzle, that's all. But yeah, so the video actually I'm sure just got uploaded now because it failed when I went to Walmart. The video there, I don't know what exactly happened, it just failed to upload, so that sucks. But I got the batteries. This one here is for the Toro Zero Turn, which is on right now. Ta-da! And this is here, oop. Oh, crap. Yep, I grabbed the wrong battery. Stupid me. This one is for the Zero Turn. This one's going to be for my ride-on mower now. Crap. Can't believe I bought the wrong one. Oh well. So, anyway, we're going to end the video here. We'll probably talk to you guys all tomorrow. We'll see you guys then. See ya.